So Steph Curry recently came out with his all-time starting five. So we're going to see how many championships that team would actually win. We're going to go ahead and put Curry's team in every single era. And this team has Magic Johnson at the 1, Curry at the 2, MJ at the 3, Nowitzki at the 4, and Shaq at the 5. The shooting on this team is kind of crazy, except for Shaq, of course. We're going to go ahead and start in the modern era. By the way, the rest of the roster just filled out with a bunch of like 60 overalls. Oh my god, in game number 1, we actually lost to the Warriors, 2 of all teams. They don't even have Steph Curry because he's on our team. Shaq had 29 and 16. Curry almost had a triple-double. Dirk had 25 and 15. Damn, maybe we're actually in for a surprise in this. All right, we see we got a bunch more W's than the rest of the schedule. All of our players ended up making the All-Star team. Magic Johnson being a captain. Oh my god, Luka actually didn't win MVP. Magic Johnson won it, averaging a crazy triple-double. Big Shaq O'Neal ends up winning Defensive Player of the Year, averaging 28-16 with 3 blocks. All 3 of our players ended up making one of the All-NBA teams. In this modern era simulation, we finished with a record of 77-5, breaking the all-time record. Obviously, that got us the #1 seed in the playoffs. Steph Curry actually led our team in points per game at 30, but we had a bunch of players right around the 25-point mark. Shaq obviously led our team in rebounds, and then in assists per game was obviously Magic Johnson, with Curry and Michael Jordan both at 10.9. This team just fucking loaded. In the first round of the playoffs, we easily swept Golden State, and in the closeout game, Steph Curry made them miss him. He had 34.7 rebounds and 11 assists on 9 for 18 from the field. Dirk Nowitzki with a triple-double. What the fuck? 20 points, 14 rebounds, and 10 assists. This is insane. Then after gentlemen sweeping the Dallas Mavericks, we found ourselves in the conference finals against the New Orleans Pelicans. This team is actually doing really well in real life right now. And if you know anything about 2K, they got that Zion cheese. But after simulating this one game by game, we once again handled them with another gentleman sweep. Through the playoffs so far, Shaq is leading us, averaging 28 points and almost 16 rebounds a game with 2 steals and 3 blocks to go along with it. We would be taking on the Chicago Bulls in the NBA Finals. Nice little nugget for you Michael Jordan fans. And once again, we were simulating this series game by game to see what happens. The Lakers were up 3-0. It'd be cool to actually see all these guys out there on the court together. Although you gotta imagine they're pretty much gonna sweep them. Early in the 4th quarter, we're up by like fucking 50. Steph Curry gonna shoot a crazy pull-up 3. And oh my god, what the hell was that, dude? Thick boy Kyle Lowry on the Bulls. Michael Jordan being guarded by DeMar DeRozan. This is not gonna end well for DeMar. I wouldn't imagine. Step back jumper, that's up, and he actually misses. But it doesn't matter though. This legendary squad obviously wins a title. Of course, what do you expect? Michael Jordan wins another Finals MVP, hogging them all to himself. And I guess he deserved it. In the closeout game, he had 44 points, 6 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. So this is kind of strange. Actually, he says Magic Johnson won Finals MVP, averaging 22, 12, and 17. 2K on that bullshit again. But anyways, now we're going to rewind time about 20 years ago and get into the Kobe era. In this era, we're going to have Curry's all-time 5 on the Chicago Bulls, because we obviously want them going against guys like Shaq, Tim Duncan, Kevin Garnett, Tracy McGrady. This season, our team is picked to finish first in the NBA power rankings, and that's exactly what I would expect, man. All right, this season, we actually win our first game, thank goodness. Dirk Nowitzki led us in scoring with 28 points on 11 for 19 from the field. It's around this time when Dirk was actually really starting to dominate this league in real life, so it should be interesting to see. Damn, we almost went 82-0, but the Nets had to spoil it. This Nets team was fun with Jason Kidd, Richard Jefferson, Kenyon Martin. And this season, Magic Johnson won MVP again. Holy shit, we did almost actually go 82-0, 81-1. Damn. Scoring was actually a lot lower for our team in this season, but Michael Jordan led us with 23 points per game. Steph Curry shooting a casual 48% from 3. Tracy McGrady led the entire league in scoring though at 32 points per game, with Kobe right behind him at 31. Man, there were just so many freaking legends in this day and age. And there's really no reason to waste our time. We swept through the entire playoffs into the NBA Finals against the Spurs. Now, the Spurs team is tough. They have Tony Parker, Bruce Bowen, Tim Duncan, and a young Manu Ginobili. But man, I just can't see any of that mattering. We were up 3-0 in this series as well. And right out of the halftime break, we were already up 30 points. Michael Jordan has the ball on the wing, being guarded by Bruce Bowen. He's gonna force up some terrible shot right here, but it doesn't matter because he's fucking Michael Jordan. Tony Parker being guarded by Magic Johnson. He's gonna force up a quick 3, no good. Steph Curry coming off a double stagger to the right side of our screen. That's gonna be a wide open 3, and you already know how that one ends. I thought I did at least. We won another finals game by 30 points, which means this team won another championship, with Magic Johnson winning another finals MVP, averaging 21, 10, and 15, which means we are now 2 for 2 in the modern era and the Kobe era, and now we're heading into a very interesting era, the Jordan era. We're gonna have our boys playing on the 76ers because they sucked back in the day. This means they're gonna have to play in the Eastern Conference against the 72-10 Bulls, the greatest team of all time. This could be interesting because I could definitely see 2K actually having them be competition. In fact, it works out perfect because we play them in our first game of the season. We're gonna go in here and watch a little bit of this Jordan versus Jordan action. Oh boy, you gotta love the old presentation. And early on in the second quarter, we still actually have a competitive game. Scottie Pippen actually being guarded by Michael Jordan here, and he's gonna drive in, use a nice spin move, and he's gonna get an open layup, but he's gonna miss it. Magic Johnson once again leading the break for the all-time Curry 5. Michael Jordan being guarded by John Paxson. He's gonna get a screen set for him by Shaquille O'Neal. He's gonna force that pass to him, and Shaq's gonna have to go up and shoot a tough shot and misses. Huge mismatch. Scottie Pippen has Steph Curry in the post. This is not gonna end well. Oh my god, he missed. He sucks so fucking bad. This is even more of a mismatch though. Shaq has John Paxson down in the post, and he's gonna actually pass it out right there to Michael Jordan. Some weird stuff's going on in this game, but Magic Johnson has the ball running down on the shot clock. He's gonna pass it to one of the bench players who goes up. Jesus, I can't watch this anymore. This game actually ended up being fairly close, 117 to 91, which does give me hope for the rest of the season that the 72 and 10 Bulls team could end up actually being competition. But in order to find that out, we got to simulate the rest of the season. We have potential for another 82-0 season on our hands. Shaquille O'Neal wins MVP of this season, averaging 27 and 13, and he also wins Defensive Player of the Year, so he's definitely the best player in this. Had quite a few of our players end up making the All-NBA teams again. Holy shit, we actually did it. We went 82-0, man. I really didn't even know that was possible in this game, and this isn't even an 82-0 video, so if you tuned in, you got a 2-1, man. Anyways, though, we went ahead and simulated the entire playoffs here, and I don't expect anything different yet. We sweep our way to a championship. Shaquille O'Neal winning Finals MVP, averaging 30 points and 10 rebounds on 66% shooting. Maybe Steph Curry's right. This might be the greatest team to ever be assembled, but to truly find that out, we're going to go into our final era of this video, which is going to be the Magic vs. Bird era. The year's 1983, and Larry Bird was a 97 overall 26-year-old, while Magic Johnson was a young 24-year-old and a 94 overall. But our team is coming in here to wreck their poopers. In our first game against the Celtics, we did exactly that as we won 122 to 100. We were actually able to hold Larry Bird to only 22 points on only 9 for 22 shooting. Shaquille O'Neal just completely dominated, 37 points and 16 boards on 17 for 23. And then in our first game against the LA Lakers, we actually only ended up narrowly beating them as we won 118 to 111. And that's a lot because of what Kareem Abdul-Jabbar did for them. He had 25 points on 11 for 16 from the field. Dirk ended up carrying us to a win as he had 27, 6, and 5. So we simmed the rest of this season. Wildly enough, we ended up having another 82-0 year with Shaquille O'Neal winning Most Valuable Player and another Defensive Player of the Year, definitely Player of the Video. Both Magic Johnsons won All-NBA First Team along with Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, and Shaquille O'Neal of our team. Michael Jordan was on All-NBA Second Team, but Steph Curry did not make All-NBA Third Team, shockingly. Shaq led our team in scoring, but Dirk Nowitzki was right on his heels. In terms of leading us in rebounding, that was actually Shaq again, and then in assists per game, it was obviously Magic Johnson. I always find this type of stuff interesting too. Leading the entire league in scoring in 1983 was actually George Gervin with 30.7 points a game, Bernard King right behind him at 30.4, Moses Malone. Finally, though, we would end up beating the Boston Celtics in the Eastern Conference Finals 4-0. The closeout game of that one, Shaq had 27 and 12, MJ had 26, 11, and 7. And then we're facing Magic Johnson and the Lakers in the finals. Obviously, this Lakers team is one of the greatest to ever do it, but I think our team is actually literally the greatest team to ever do it, so that kind of beats that. Once again, though, we're going to go in here and see exactly what the hell happens. We're in the original forum, so you gotta love that. Magic Johnson bringing the ball up the court. We actually got Steph Curry guarding him, and the size difference is massive. We got the ball now, though, and Steph Curry's going to shoot a jump shot. That's no good, but Shaq's going to get a rebound and easily go up and get a bucket. Trying to prove he's the best center against Kareem. Kareem going to try and get him back right here, though, and he's going to shoot the patented sky hook, and he doesn't miss. Oh my god, that was a thing of beauty. We don't give the ball back to Shaq here, I riot. Oh my god, Michael Jordan's going to fucking ruin it. Anyways, we simulated the rest of this game. Our team would end up going 4 for 4 with championships in every single era. O'Neal would once again win Finals MVP. Steph Curry proved he's the greatest GM of all time as he put together the greatest team in fucking history. If you guys like this video, I'd like to say thank you so much for the support on the channel. Come back often, we're gonna have plenty more videos. But I just want to say thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'm the coming attraction.